I was on Instagram Reels last night, and I'd had a terrible weekend, I tell you. I'd been pretty emotional and pretty gross. I think it was the new moon. Let's blame it on that. Anyway, I went on Instagram Reels, and I was having the time of my life. I was so happy. Everything was funny. Are you camera shy? Honey, we're going to do a funny running video again. You like those? Yeah. Okay, you hop on the desk. Scrolling away, just having a nice time. I'll put some of my favorites up right now.
17 years ago, our manners have evolved.
Our manners have evolved.
As I was scrolling, I came across this guy. I was like, absolutely shook to death because one, and two, he has an online course. I'm not like making fun of this guy. This is incredible stuff. This guy's very fit, clearly, and very committed to this practice of, embracing a more primitive body. But I just, it made me laugh a lot. Oh, it's funny. So I thought, why don't we try and see if I could outrun some famous monkeys from TV and film and pop culture. This is so stupid. Firstly, do you think I could outrun that monkey man? You know how when he's like doing like the monkey run? And if I'm doing human run, do you think I could outrun him? Now, I can get to a sprint at about 13 k's per hour. I can get pretty quick. It's quick for me. I don't know. He looked pretty fast too, but I don't know. Could I outrun that monkey man? Maybe. I'd love to have a race with him because he's got some power behind him. Like, he's fit. And I don't know, like, how that he can propel himself with his back legs, like, so far. So he's probably covering more ground. Oh, maybe he'd beat me. Maybe that monkey man would beat me in a race. What a weird thing to think about. But hey, this is where I'm at in my life. So I got really nothing else going for me. Apart from that monkey man, hey, I'll link him down below if you want to join up to his course. Get it? What's that supposed to be about, baby? Okay, the first monkey from pop culture that I'm going to see if I can outrun is King Kong. Oh, Lord. So King Kong is a giant, massive, humongo gorilla. I think one step, he'd beat me in a race, but he is big, which makes him slower, and I am small, which makes me faster in comparison to a big monkey. So stupid, but I truly care. King Kong is a fictional giant monster, or a kaiju, that's correct, resembling a gorilla. So he's not an actual gorilla, he's just a big monster. Oh, so he's not a monkey? No, he's a monkey, let's be real. Sorry, he's an ape. Now, there is a difference between monkeys and apes, just remember that. I think a chimpanzee, an orangutan, and a gorilla are apes because they're a bit more human-like, and then a monkey has a tail. Am I right? Am I correct? How tall is King Kong? In the 1976 film, Kong was scaled to be 42 feet, which is 12.8 meters tall. Okay, so he's tall. He's got a long leg. And what we know about running is that if you have a long leg, you have a long stride, and therefore you can run further and faster. So I think in a race, King Kong is going to beat me. I think King Kong is going to beat all of us because I think he might accidentally, say we're on a running track, King Kong starts to run, I reckon he might accidentally step out of his lane and just squash all the rest of us. So, okay, yeah, no, King Kong has definitely, he's beaten me in a race. So King Kong wins. Also, I should specify how the monkeys are running. They either run like a human and therefore I get to run like a human, or they run like a monkey and then do I run like a monkey? I can't run like a monkey unless I sign up to that guy's course. No, I think the monkeys have to run like humans on their 2 back legs, and they have to run just like me. That's fair, right?
Sure, Jan.
Yeah, we're all running like humans on our 2 back legs, and we're on a track just like we did with the main characters. That's what we're doing. Hey, the next monkey from pop culture is Nim Chimpsky. Oh, Nim. Nim Chimpsky was a chimpanzee, and he was used in some experiments to see if chimpanzees could learn human English language. So Nim Chimpsky was also named after the linguist Noam Chomsky, which is just the best. Unlike King Kong, who was in the jungle, in his home, not knowing anything about the Western world, and then was forced to come to the Western world, Nim was born into the Western world and learnt a lot about human culture things pretty fast. They were also horrendous to him when he misbehaved. That's awful. This was in the 70s, okay? People were horrible in the 70s. Remember that time? I don't. I wasn't born. Nim looks so cute. So while Nim didn't learn how to speak English, he did learn sign language. Oh my God, what if we're on the track and he starts signing all these horrible things to me, and it gets in my head and I start to doubt myself? Then I would run slower. Whoa. Nim is actually a pretty hectic competitor in this race. And because he is a real chimpanzee, but he has to run on his legs like a human, I think I might have him. How tall is Nim Chimpsky? Oh dear. Well, chimpanzees typically range from 3 to 5 feet in height. That's not as tall as me. I'm 5'5". So Nim Chimpsky, probably shorter than me, therefore would have less of a stride because his legs wouldn't be as long. But he is a chimpanzee and they have a lot of muscle. I reckon me and Nim could probably tie. Do I have the physique of a chimpanzee? What a weird thing to ask yourself on a Monday morning. No, I think we've tied. Me and Nim. It's going to be a good race. Okay, the third monkey that I'm trying to beat in a running race is King Louie from the Jungle Book. There's a lot of different versions of King Louie. We've got a cartoon one and a live action one. Have you seen that live action Jungle Book? It is terrifying.
Oh, what we do?
Because he is played by Christopher Walken. So let's say that we're going to race the Christopher Walken one, just because I think he's terrifying. And he's also a big monkey, just like King Kong. Normally, King Louie is an orangutan, but in this live action Jungle Book, they've made him a Gigantopithecus. And this Reddit user says a big ape that lived in Asia and went extinct 100,000 years ago. So this species of ape, Gigantopithecus.
Iridocyclitis.
Gigantopithecus. Hey, this is an educational channel. We're learning a lot. They are extinct, which does affect the race, because I don't know how we'd get one to the track. But this is all hypothetical. Did you know that? They're estimated to have been around 12 feet. That's tall. And they are thick. They've got thick legs. So this might make them a bit slower. I think I might have King Louie if he is this Gigantopithecus thing. But if we're doing the orangutan, I think I might have them too. I don't know. Orangutans just seem so chill. I feel like, King Louie would get to the race, the orangutan version, and just be like, hey, you know what? Let the best runner win. Like, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't have ego about it. He wouldn't be competitive. He'd just be happy to be invited. But the Christopher Walken Louie would not be. These are things to think about. It's really important to go through every possible outcome of this race against the monkeys. Okay, I think I could beat both the big Gigantolopolis King Louis and the regular orangutan King Louis. I just think I'm a bit of a dick, so I would be pretty fierce out there. So far the scoring, King Kong has beaten me, probably also squashed me. Nim Chimpsky, we've tied in the race. King Louis, I have beaten him. Now, we're up to our fourth monkey. We are racing King Julian from the Madagascar movies. Now, this is contentious theory. He is a lemur, which is part of the primate family, but not necessarily the same as chimpanzees, and then they're not apes, but they are part of the Strepsirrhini. Oh God, I'm butchering all of this. I'm not a scientist, okay? What? I'm a stupid actor comedian thing. Give me a break. Strepsil, what? Strepsirrhini. There's lemurs, there's also little bush babies that we get here in Australia. So, they eat fruit and leaves and insects. They don't eat meat or they don't hunt. They are more of a gathering sort of little monkey. So, he is a primate. Monkey, maybe not so much, but I had to put him in. Physically fit. Physically fit, woman, physically fit. Lemur speed. Lemurs can run up to speeds of 12 miles per hour. Although most of them aren't very large, they are fairly fast. I think I might have King Julian if he's running on his back legs. I think in the movie he does run on his back legs. Physically. I think I've beat King Julian. You know what? I think I'd be really good friends with him. I think we'd get along really well. And I think he would just make me laugh. So that actually could be a hindrance, because if he's making me laugh while I'm running, I'm going to slow up a bit. King Julian, he could have me. Maybe we've tied. 12 miles per hour. I think I can run that fast. Can I? Am I crazy? Do I not know speed? I don't know anything about speed. 12. What do I do on the treadmill? I do 13. I can get up to sprinting 13. Is that mile? No, that's K. So what's what you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you... But he is small. He does have little legs. And I have longer legs than a lemur. So I think I'm right. I think I've got him. I think I've got King Julian in a race. The final monkey that I am running in this race is Darwin Thornberry from the Wild Thornberries. Now, this guy is a nerd. And he is very westernized. He likes to live with indoor plumbing. He prefers to read a book than to go and, be in the jungle. He's more of an introverted type of monkey. He's a bit of a coward. It says, these aren't my opinions. This is what's written here on wildthornberries.fandom.wiki.com. So it's real. I think I definitely will beat Darwin. He also seems like the kind of guy that hates sports. So Darwin is a chimpanzee. The other chimpanzee on this list I have tied with. But I honestly think Darwin's going to lose this race. I think he's going to be right at the end. All right, let's do this race. Everybody's lining up at the starting line, and boom, gun goes off, running. Okay. King Kong basically takes 3 steps, and he's gone around the track, and he's won. He's done it. So, King Kong wins. And if he hasn't squashed us all to death, then we keep running. Behind King Kong is me and Nim Chimpsky. Pretty much tied the whole time. We keep going back and forth, but we're pretty close. Behind Nim and I is Christopher Walken's King Louis, the big gigantor thing, and he is slow, but he's coming up. Then, next to King Louis is King Julian. Lots of kings. Go King in this list. Now, I think King Julian might beat King Louis. So, as King Louis is, really running down the track, huge monkey, I think King Julian comes up and just sits right behind me and Nim. I think that's what's happening. And then right at the back is Darwin. And honestly, I think he's quite upset to be here. Like, I think he already knows he's going to lose, so that's making him quite upset. And then, over the finish line, Nim, me, King Julian, King Louis, Darwin. Well done, everybody. What a good race. What do you think? Do you think you could beat a monkey in a race? And you know who's coaching all of us in this? It's that monkey man, Tarzan Movement. He's the coach. So he's on the sidelines and he's yelling all his advice to us. And we're not listening, obviously, because we're having a really good time just being little monkeys. Okay. I feel good about this. I feel good about this one. This is a really nice, wholesome race with a bunch of monkeys. If you agree, if you disagree, if you hated this, if you loved this, give me a like, give me a subscribe anyway. You can give me a hate like. Give me a hate subscribe. It's pretty cool. If I want to be a YouTuber, I'll have a downfall one day and you'll be like, ha, I knew it. Ever since she did that stupid monkey running race video. If you're still running, if you're still on a running journey this year, well done. When you realize that it's like, this is going to be like a lifelong thing, then you're like, okay. So you just have to keep on running. Super fun. I wish you all the best in whatever race you've signed up for next. If it's a full marathon, a half marathon, a 10K, a 5K, a 1K. If you're just going for a hike, you've got this. I trust you. You are going to kill it. Yeah, have a good one. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.